Yo, what's good, everyone? Crosslord here with Carlos
Hello.
and special guest TPB
Hey.
to uh, to commentate the match between TPB and Mimo, um, the Wooping Kricketunes versus the California Crawdaunts, respectively. And yeah, let's just get started. So TPB, you can just whenever you have anything,
Okay.
just say it.
So I led with Milk Tank because I needed to get my rocks up because, as we learned later in the match, Thunderous with Defiant uh, baits Mandibuzz to defog, and then just it can do a lot of work. So I wanted to get rocks up, and that was my number one priority with leading with Milk Tank.
And then turn 3, you make a nice prediction with Earthquake.
Yeah.
And then eventually you saw your Earthquake again to bait out the Mandibuzz in that exact play you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so then switch out into the Thunderous, get the defog
Mm-hmm.
off. My evasion does get that +2 attack off. And then what you can do is you nasty plot, but then what he does is he foul plays and then it Okos. So you said
Yeah.
that was a roll like 30%.
Yeah. It's like 37%. It was pretty ballsy plays on both of our parts because he would have died to a thunderbolt, but I had a chance to die to foul play, so you know that's it's what happens.
Yeah, it's really a 50-50 on both sides, and he won it. So,
Hmm.
well, plus the 37. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, close enough to a 50-50.
Yeah.
yeah,
And really, so theoretically, if Thunderous doesn't die to that and it lives with like 10,
Yeah.
um,
Theoretically, superpower. The reason I brought Defiant is because superpower kills Circuitry at +2,
mm-hmm.
but otherwise I can't kill Circuitry. So if I have the superpower, I can. It depends on what he brings in. I kill the Mandibuzz with Thunderbolt. If
What
he
item
brings
did
in
it have?
Tyranitar, sorry, what?
What item did it have? The Thunderous?
Zap Plate.
Oh, okay. Because
So
if you were at like 6 HP, I mean 6% or below, it could have died
yeah.
to Sandstorm the next turn anyway, so it couldn't really have swiped.
So basically, Mandibuzz dies, and then if he brings in Tyranitar, then I kill that. If he brings in Circuitry, then I kill that. And but if he brings in Tyranitar, I die to Sand. But if he brings in Circuitry, I
Did it
can
have
sweep.
physical moves too?
Superpower.
Oh, okay.
But that's it. That's it.
Okay. And then the +2 superpower kills the T-Tar.
Yeah.
Okay.
No boost superpower would kill Teaser.
Oh. So why'd you bring
Yeah.
Defiant?
Circuitry.
Oh, okay.
+2 superpower kills Circuitry. Thunderbolt.
Oh, got it.
I would have to be at like +4 special attack.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I just reset. Right.
Nice.
Alright, going forward. So, that dies. Whatever. Switch into Feraligatr. And then you get off a Swords Dance. No, you don't.
Yo, what turn are you on?
Turn 7.
Turn 7. All right.
I got it wrong in my head.
Okay.
So, you got the Levitate from the Rotom, Toxic,
Mhm.
the Guard. But the Guard is a Cleric, a Trace Cleric, has the Wish, and then shows the Heal Bell or Aromatherapy or whatever a little bit later.
Mhm.
So
definitely like the Gardevoir set,
I agree.
Yeah.
I really
the
liked it.
Wish and all that. Cleric Gardevoir, just normal Gardevoir is really underrated. It can be used really effectively in League format.
Mhm. Yeah, and even with no special attack investment, Psychic still does a lot to everything.
So on turn 12, did you just predict him to switch out?
Yeah, because he didn't reveal Heal Bell yet, and I thought he would have Protect so he could take the Wish healing. But he obviously didn't. He had Heal Bell, so he could. I thought he would switch out so Toxic doesn't like kill him.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
then, why'd you Earthquake again on turn 13?
Because he kind of needs to preserve Gardevoir for Druddigon and Sawk. So I thought he would, like, Body Slam does a lot of damage, so I thought he would want to switch out into something else so he could preserve his Gardevoir, because he kind of needs that to check my offensive threats.
Basically, what I'm hearing is Levitate Gardevoir is the new OP set.
Yes.
Although if you hit a Paralyze on the Gardevoir, that actually could have been bad for you.
For me?
Yeah, because
Cool.
because now he doesn't even have to heal Bell. Because, like, you know, Toxicking it would be, like, good, but now you can't even Toxic it.
Yeah, but this doesn't get revealed till later, but my Druddigon, it has Gunk Shot, and if he got paralyzed, Druddigon outspeeds it and then just bodies it
Oh, okay.
straight up.
So,
If you hit.
If I get para. And hit the Druddigon, yeah. Or hit the Gunk Shot.
So you sack the Miltank.
Yeah.
So then you said that you Swords Dance predicting a misplay.
Well, not kind of predicting a misplay, because I'm at a really safe point. Because if he brings in literally anything but Rotom, I can sweep. But if he brings in Rotom, which is the right play, he can just wall me, but I can just switch into like my own Rotom and just take him on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely like the Feraligatr play and just bring overall this match. Being able to just win pretty much at this point with it when you're down 4-6 is really good play in prep.
So kind of a questionable play by Mimo. If you look at like the base stats, Rotom kind of easily outspeeds the Druddigon, so I'm not quite sure why he Pain Split there.
Yeah.
And then you have the Mold Breaker E-Quake.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too sure why that play happens, but whatever.
What turn are we on right now?
So turn 24.
23. 24.
Bring in the Rotom.
Rotom v Rotom. And then in comes Zydago, the goat.
I don't know if it's intentional, but like you switch it into the lowest HP mon you had.
Yeah, it's that, and I need Feraligatr to be at full health because I need to sweep, and Stalk, if I can keep it at full health, it has Sturdy. So Druddigon was the thing to switch in.
So reveal the Gunk Shot.
Yeah, I thought he would bring in Gardevoir, because last time he had Rotom in and he brought Mandibuzz, I predicted it and went for Dragon Claw. So I thought he would predict that and then bring in Gardevoir because he would be immune to the Dragon Claw. So I went for Gunk Shot. It can also poison, you know.
So just playing this game. So the Tailwind, it could have been interesting. And if the Zergatry had the Tailwind, that would have been nasty. But, you know, kind of wasting the Tailwind, just for the Mandibuzz.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of the thing I don't like about Tailwind, is that, you know, 4 turns is not much, and it's really 3 if it's like a support Pokemon that has Tailwind. Because you have to switch out for a turn. So Tailwind's kind of, in my opinion, kind of hard to use in this fashion. And yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
With Mandibuzz, what you can do is run U-turn. So you go for Tailwind, then U-turn out into a threat, and you instantly have it in. So he could bring that if he ever wants to bring Tailwind again.
So, kind of a major misplay on turn 31. Mimo said that he thought that Z moves had priority.
Yeah, you gotta have game knowledge.
Yeah,
So,
that's mostly just something new to the gameplay. He just wasn't really well aware of how it worked. So if you're going to be using it, I'd really research it just to be able to know that. You can do a simple search and find out it isn't priority. So
Hmm.
right there, it causes him to lose a Pokemon, which could potentially help him kill the Feraligatr, which is obviously a huge threat in this match.
Hmm.
that'd be busted if it had priority.
Yeah, that like Z hypnosis priority, that'd be just so scary.
Hmm.
Alright, so goes into the Gardevoir. Now it has Sturdy, which could potentially be interesting. Goes for the Wish. So,
Hmm.
wishing that HP back and not quite getting to Sturdy range just yet. Psychic gonna be 3 KOing.
Hmm.
Um, so you go for the Toxic.
Yeah.
And really, he does, after kind of looking at it now, since you do have the leftovers, he does kind of have to click Psychic, which
Hmm.
isn't really ideal because now his Sturdy doesn't proc, and you kind of, you can just Swords Dance and can't really do anything about it.
Hmm.
Because what he could have done on turn 36, he could have Psychicked there.
Yeah.
Because that just straight up allows you to get to plus 4. Because if you can
If
plus
he,
2 take out everything.
yes, it can because his Rotom is specially defensive instead of physically defensive. If he was physically defensive, it would have been a roll. So, and it's
But
a pretty bad roll for me. So,
plus 4 for Alligator just wins if he doesn't crit, which he doesn't. So,
hmm,
um, if he wasn't toxic though, that would have been interesting
yeah.
because Sturdy would have proc. But for Alligator, just kind of wins from here.
Hmm.
So that's a GG. Kind of well played on both sides, but really, kind of a crucial misplay in the circuitry. And other than
Hmm.
that, it was just kind of like small things, but overall pretty good match.
Hmm.
I think when it comes to it on TPB side, like we were saying, the Feraligatr was really great, but I feel like I don't know necessarily with how it played out towards the end that you could have, but somehow getting in Feraligatr earlier, just to get a higher differential because I mean you didn't know that it could kill the Rotom with the damage it
Yeah,
was at, but I feel like with how much damage it does to everything, there was some way you could have got a higher differential out of this match than
yeah,
+2.
yeah. If well, the thing is, I needed to bring Feraligatr in on Gardevoir because that's the only thing on his entire team that doesn't 2-hit KO Feraligatr.
Mm.
And until I did damage with Druddigon, I did not know that Rotom was specially defensive. So that earlier turn where he brought in a Rotom with after he switched out Tyranitar, since I didn't know it was specially defensive, I couldn't sweep there. But you know, Feraligator's well, not Feraligator's frail, but his entire team, he has nothing that's really passive.
Yeah, definitely. And especially you don't want to set up against Amanda Buzz because it does have that foul play,
Foul play.
which kind of bit you in
Yeah,
the ass against the
yep,
Thunderous.
against Thunderous. Foul play does work.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so should be good. Any other things I had before I end it?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. So GG to TPB getting the first win. Both teams are actually 1-3 now, I think. No, wait, 1
Yeah.
and 2. My bad.
No, this is
No.
week
No,
4.
this is week
It is
4
week
now.
4. Oh yeah, that was week 4. Okay, right. I'm stupid. 1-3. Both teams are. And then these are the interdivisional matches. So you're facing teams of the other division in your conference. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, cool.
And also, aside from the 1-3 record, TPB is now 1-1. So
Ooh.
All right.
definitely a nice start for him, outplaying both of his previous coaches on the team. So
Yep.
excited to see him going forward now that he's picked up his first win. Be hungry for another one and see what he can do.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
For sure. All right, cool.
All right.
See you guys next time. Peace.